You're listening to Proudly Set, the LGBTQ plus community podcast where members of the community and their allies come together to share their experiences, tell their stories. I'm your host, John Hyland, and let's get into the next episode. Now, this is a different setup, mostly because it's been taking months to get this sorted.
Months, absolute months.
Naya Thorn.
Months. I'm here. I'm finally here. Everyone's been asking for it. I don't know if they've been asking for it. I don't check the comments, but Hazel's been asking for it. So this is for you, girl.
So we're in Shankly Hotel because Naya has just finished a brunch.
It's the Magic Mike show. We do it twice a year at the Shankly. Check for your tickets. There's penis, men, and me.
And that's why we're kind of casual a little bit, because you needed to get out that outfit. Didn't you?
I'm in casual clothes. This is my T-girl fantasy. This
works.
is streetwalker. This was how I'll be running for the train later.
How are you? How was today?
I'm excited to be here finally. It's taken, as you said, long enough. It took a while, but today was fun. Started at 12. It's now... I don't know why I check my wrist like I've got a watch.
I checked mine, but
it's
I can't
like
see
5, so we've been going for 5 hours. It's fun. It's just a load of old women who have never seen dick before, clearly, getting thrown around. It's a ball. It's many balls, actually. many balls.
You were saying to me off camera now, like, as much as like you're clearly a gay man, you're like, ugh, seen it all before.
I'm over it. I'm over it. I don't even think I'm that gay anymore. If it was a choice, I wouldn't be.
Seen too much.
I've seen way too much. I've been to cruise. I know what happens. I've been to cruise at Pride. I saw the pups and I went, I'm signing out. I can't do it. Obviously, I live on Canal Street, don't I? So like every Wednesday or Thursday is pup day at Bar Pop. So like you'll have all these pups and like squirrels or whatever they're dressed as, or like Pikachus or like whatever they are. They're all stood outside Bar Pop in their like thongs and stuff, and you'll have people walking with their prams down the street.
Oh, because it's the middle of the day.
Yeah, girl, just the middle of the day, and they're all coming down with their prams, and it's I don't like our community at all. I'm joking. I love the community.
It doesn't remind me of.
I have marched for your rights once, and I would do it again.
You will do it again. It's near the season for it.
It's coming to the season for hate crimes. I'm ready. I'm just waiting for one of the guys to get punched. To be fair, whether it's by me or not, I don't know.
Knowing you, it would come from
probably
you.
me.
Like, I'm sick of you.
I don't. I tried to go out. Was it the other night? And I was just like, oh god. Like all the old guys are gone, and they were the guys like I grew up with and coupled up with, and now it's just like all these 18-year-olds, and they're just like slowly reminding me of fate and mortality. Like, and it was until like maybe last month I was still in my head that I was 18, and it was only because I was walking past the street and I said to my mate, I was like, oh, that lad's fit, and then they were like, he looks about 19. I was like, yeah, but that's fine, isn't it? And then I had to think about it. I was like, actually no, I'm like 5 years older than that. Like, it's
5 years is nothing.
No, but like when you're in that position, it's like maybe I need to like up the standard a little bit, because it's getting slowly to like questionable.
Naya, I love the fact you've just said he's like 5 years. Did you say 5 years?
5 years.
Yes,
I'm 24
you're
now.
24. Fuck off. I'm 35.
24, yeah, but I'm getting old. I've been around the block. Like, this is like young for normal years, but gay years, like it's like
so I'm
dog
dead.
years, isn't
so I'm
it?
dead.
Oh, girl, I'm getting there. So, welcome to life.
Welcome to life. You just mentioned there that you now live on Canal Street. So obviously many people know you as the Liverpool Queen. Obviously,
yes.
You're not originally from Liverpool.
Yeah.
Were you
originally from Dudley. In the Black Country, yeah.
Black Country. Came to Liverpool. Was Naya birthed in Liverpool?
I mean, Naya was birthed in my mum's like wardrobe at like 14, really. But she was given a name and she started drag properly in Liverpool. Yeah, I was 18. I think my first gig though was in London. I was travelling to London like once a month. I think my first gig was at Heaven. There's a video on my Instagram of me jumping off the stage into a split. I didn't know if I could do a split, but I did it. And then I think the first job I got in Liverpool was Heaven. Rest in peace.
Okay, yeah.
Rest in peace.
It's still there. Just
it's still there. It's just not. The Queens are gone. The Queens are gone. But so yeah, that was the first one, and then Dorothy's is where I worked after that.
Oh, Dorothy's.
Also,
that is R.I.P.
Also, rest in peace to that. I remember there's plenty of times when I was like doing the DJ and like you'd see the water slowly filling up from the floor, because obviously it used to flood all the time.
Terrible, yeah.
Do you know that scene in Titanic where they're all playing like the violins because it's
you playing the DJ.
That's how I fucking felt. No, where else have I done? Masquerade, I started working with them for Pride last year. There's just not much work in Liverpool, to be fair. So when I was here, all my work was like places like the Shankly and doing brunches and stuff like Tonight Josephine was one of the ones I worked at for like a year with Deb. also rest in peace to working in there. Yeah, so most of the places that I work anymore, I no longer work out.
Did well though, because I feel like, and I've said this in a few podcasts with some of the queens, is like there is an abundance of drag queens in this city right now.
There wasn't when I started though. There wasn't that many.
Not
like
to the extent,
suddenly
but
everyone's got a wig on.
But
suddenly everybody's got. Not everyone should have a wig on.
not everyone should have a wig on.
Not everyone should have a wig on.
But you went and found the work. Like time of recording, one of my reels with Davina DeCampo went out, and literally she says, "Go and find the work. If you're not getting the booking,
the work's
make the
not
booking."
coming to you, and also be good at what you do. Like if you're going to claim to be a lip sync assassin, at least do it well. Like
maybe that Shane, bitch.
Maybe there's a reason you're not getting booked, but no, it's funny because most of the work in Liverpool, aside from the brunches outside of Gay Street, is DJing, and like I just can't bring myself to do it. I tried to do it. I had the Spotify Premium, like it was all good. I didn't mind it, but it just wasn't I think because I got into performing straight away, I never had to do the DJing. So like when I was trying to do it, and like you have queens like Katona, Violet, like Brenda, and I don't know if she DJs anymore, but
she doesn't do drag anymore apparently.
Well, allegedly. Don't, because I saw it. Wasn't it like she quit drag, and I swear like a month later went onto Facebook and there was a transformation, and I was like, right, I love Brenda, but I was just like, haven't you quit for like the 5th time now? Like, how are you still here? Like,
I said this with Shania, and Shania went, he said it.
like, love her to bits. I don't think she'll ever die. She's kind of like herpes, you know what I mean? Like, disappears for a bit, but when you least expect it, she'll be back.
Oh my God, only you would come up with that. Jesus
but yeah, so
Christ.
like, there was obviously like not much work in Gay Street anyway, especially to do what I wanted to do aside from like go-going. So I had to go out. You know, I used my links while working in Alma Jacuba, and I realised that if you want to get the work that actually pays as well, because you know I was working in Heaven when it was 50 quid for like a shift from 12 to 7, and then it went up to 70, and then unless you're doing the DJ gigs, there's no money really, especially because it's like grassroots creators that are creating their shows don't really have the budget, especially like you'll know there's not many people that go out to shows unless it's like the Vogue Ball or something. Little smaller shows. Was it Drag Me to Cabaret?
Drag Me to Cabaret, which is part of Iconic, which obviously then went when it was taken over. But even Carmen Sutra's Big Gay Cabaret.
That's doing well though, from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, it's doing well. They get the gigs in, but I think you're right. People have to come and support it.
So in Liverpool, at least, what I had to find was I had to go outside to find stuff, and then obviously I was traveling. I was lucky enough, like pretty much straight away in my first year, to be able to travel places. But again, that's just networking and knowing, not just knowing who you talk to, their genuine relationships I built, but also know who you're talking to.
Well, yeah, I know you. You're the target for tonight.
No, not even just targets. Like I was very lucky, and I genuinely got on with these people. It was just so happened that they also booked gigs. Well, so it happened that they booked gigs, and now I do more. I don't really do clubs as much anymore. I still do them, but most of my stuff's like corporate or stuff like this.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Only because I'm getting old now. Like I don't, you know, I like being in the clubs. I like doing the gigs. But I'm very overstimulated. Like I stand there and I'm like, but then, so I don't really do clubs anymore. I do.
So have you stopped doing, because you do the shows sometimes in New Union, right?
I haven't done one of those in a while. I still do Brewers. Maya's opening. They're doing stuff. I've been booked for a few with them. Albert Schloss. So I still do them. It's just not as often as I would. But also, like, reality is there's no money in doing club gigs.
Yeah, don't say that word.
Like, there's no money in doing that. And then obviously on the topic of club gigs, there's no tours. So I was obviously doing it full time for ages until I started getting part time work. I was rinsing the UC. But you can't really make a living off of club gigs unless you're doing like VIA, which actually pays well. I'd say like on average a club gig's like 100 to maybe 150 if you're lucky. And so unless you're like rinsing it every day, and you know I did that for 4 years and I tired myself out and wanted to quit because I was just like 7 days a week going at it. So now I'm lucky to, you know, like working with Sephora twice.
I was going to say, because you worked the opening of Sephora in Liverpool. Like,
but I prefer doing that anyway. Like I like the feeling of feeling famous. Like
I like the feeling of feeling famous.
Plus my things, like obviously I lip sync a lot, whatever, live sing when I have to. But I like hosting. I just like having a mic and just talking to people. Like, they made the joke upstairs, and like sometimes they need to just get a cane to reel me in because I just go on for ages, and I'm like, well, no, you've given me the mic, so this is your.
Thanks for the warning.
No, fully. I know. I feel like I've led this. I should probably let you ask a question rather than.
Yeah, I'll just note I need to interject with Naya. I need to interject. It's okay. So how did that? You obviously mentioned the money and stuff, but then what made you realise or be like, okay, you know what, corporate gigs is where it's at, especially during a time when it feels like, not like it was when Viv was doing Dancing on Ice, for example, but like the attack on drag, like people didn't seem to be booking drag acts as much, but you've been doing well.
Yeah, I think this sounds horrible, but like my drag's quite palatable and commercial. I think I shouldn't say this. Do you know when people complain about being shouted at in the street or laughed at?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't get that. But that's because I know I'm not giving like honky ponky like shitty makeup. Do you know what I mean?
You're not
like,
doing camp.
Do you know? Not even just camp, like, because camp can be done well. Just some people can't do drag makeup. Like, that's fine. Like, not everyone has to be a makeup artist, but like, I think because I have that certain look, I'm more palatable to a lot of other brands.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Because you
makes
could walk on
sense.
stage, and if from a distance, there's a girl.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I can't remember any time when I've been in the news and there's been. I don't really read the comments,
Yeah.
but I've never really had anything like that because I don't really fit. I'm going to say I don't fit to the drag aesthetic, even though I think to some people I might, because there is that influx of people who don't wear pads or like that model.
Yeah.
But I think because I blend that old school with the new school, I try and be palatable. But then if I need to do like a club kid gig or something, like I've always understood there are a lot of people that stick to their brand and won't change. I won't say any names, but like there are some people that would do, you know, have the same aesthetic and they'll stick to that. But
We've named one of them already.
then-
They've been doing that for 20 years.
I didn't say it. But
If I'm broken, don't fix it.
you know, if you can change your aesthetic or if you can adapt yourself to different things, then
Yeah.
you will get more work. I think just what's hard with that is you get stuck in doing the same thing because say if I do like that, can I say?
You
that
did.
like fierce lip sync performer thing, you will just get booked for that for ages, and then you've got to try and like search out the work yourself to do the other thing, but then you fall into like patterns of doing the same stuff because of that. That's how you present online, because online is your portfolio. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's interesting how you say that though, because it's like, because obviously all drag is valid, but when you're trying to get the book gigs, there's also game playing, play the game to get the booking.
Exactly.
If
Like,
that makes sense.
and sometimes you just have to give up what you think your brand is if you want to get that work, because you could go. I know a lot of people that they'll get booked for. Trying to think of a bar. I'm not giving an example, but like say like Brewers. You've been to Brewers.
Yeah.
You've all been Brewers, and it's that like Charlie XCX and stuff. But if
Yes.
you're going to go there with like, I don't know, some like Meryl Streep song or something,
It's not gonna
or like a
work.
ballad, it's not going to work. And I think a lot of people, because that's in their wheelhouse, they won't do.
I get,
they won't fit
yeah.
that sometimes you just need to like fit what.
Because you know that, yeah, so they know they won't get, well, the owners know they won't book them because it won't keep their crowd in the
Exactly,
bars.
like especially if you're in a club, like if you're pulling out, like I love a ballad, no shade. But
Yeah, it's just got to be the right atmosphere.
sometimes you shouldn't be in like, I can't really mention G bar, but like if I was to have a book to do G bar, I'm not pulling out like a winner takes it all. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
because you know, little Timmy's gurning down the corner, who probably doesn't give a shit about where he is anyway. It's going to be completely thrown off his vibe.
So on that then, okay, so you've done a lot of travelling. You're now in Manchester.
Mm-hmm.
What do you see as the difference between different scenes? You've been all over the place, because I'm curious, because you are well-travelled, well-versed, shall
Mm-hmm.
we say. We find that our scenes are important, our scenes being our LGBT venue spaces. What's the differences like between different spaces?
Ooh, it's hard. It depends on the place, really. I'd say the closest I found to Liverpool is Birmingham,
Okay.
mostly because they're both on their knees.
It's interesting, because Birmingham's got one, like a really big prize as well.
Yeah, but Birmingham, I think it used to be bigger. I think that's the thing. Clubbing's just dying in general, isn't it?
True.
And then you've got all the iconic, like Village moved and moved into Gales, and then the Gales split its size, and the Loft closed. I want to say another one closed as well.
Sounds
But
very
like in
familiar.
terms of like drag style, and like I'd say the similarity that's mainly is people just have fun with drag.
Yeah.
Obviously like bastard drag and stuff, and that's what Birmingham's thing is. Whereas I'd say Manchester's definitely a party scene. The girls like a sesh. But I'd say it's more. There's a lot more drag queens who. It's very competitive.
Yes.
Because everyone's going for the same like aesthetic. And then other scenes, London is obviously very like business heavy, and they're very like polished. And then what's like another one of Edinburgh. Edinburgh's one that I really enjoy going to, and Glasgow.
See, very well travelled, very well versed.
Edinburgh's very political.
Is it really?
Very political. It's fun drag. Everyone can do it. Everyone can share the stage. And then Glasgow is just Glasgow now to party as well. I love going to Glasgow. I love you, Glasgow. But yeah, no, I forgot what the original question was now.
Oh, just about the different scenes and how they all vary and differ, and how like they are still important, but they all play different parts, different roles.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a big difference. Leeds is another one that's really good. I just think a lot of scenes are obviously struggling now.
Nighttime
For
economy and all that.
X, Y, Z reasons. And I think a lot of scenes need to realise they might have to stop reaching out into day things, maybe more sober spaces, or trying to think of anything. Like, obviously we had Love Locks. I wouldn't really don't know if that's a scene.
It's just a daytime space. It closes at 4:00 as well. So Love Locks is a independent coffee shop in Liverpool. But yeah, it closes at 4:00 in the
Manchester
afternoon.
had one. I want to say it was Feel Good Club, I think it was called. That's closed now. It's where Banksy did all of her shows, and that was like a daytime thing. Manchester's definitely got a big scene for like people that.
There's different variations with Manchester, yeah.
There's a lot of like day gays.
Day gays.
But I wouldn't say there's many day gays in Liverpool.
I mean, well, maybe it's because there isn't anything to do.
No, because if I think of like gays that go out during the day, it's like the token gay of the girl group. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, would be a prin if they had a punani.
Yeah.
But unfortunately do not, so they're just like the token gay that they drag along. Is what
I'm going to move on now before you say something you might regret.
I think I already have to.
So, we just mentioned that obviously, you were playing with your mum's clothes when you were little and got started like playing with things. Your makeup is stunning. And we were saying this before. You were saying this before about obviously aesthetics and stuff. Is that just like a natural talent, or did you proper like train, or did you what with makeup? Like, what's the crack? Did you just play and just work what it was?
Like when I was first doing makeup when I was 14, it was like I didn't know what any of these things did. But I grew up watching. Do you remember when VH1 would post the makeup tutorials when a queen was eliminated?
Yes.
So even before I was starting, I was watching them just out of the blue. And then I have like an art background. I did art in school, so everything kind of just made sense. And when you're lucky sometimes with your skin, or if you just look after your skin, period, like makeup sits. Yeah. And I enjoy the process as well. Like, I'm very notorious for taking a long time. I have got better with it, but I remember, I think it was Pride, and Hazel told me like it was like an hour and a half earlier than it actually was to make sure I was ready on time, because I have been known to take like 5 hours.
Which is,
but, like, I enjoy it.
Don't take this the wrong way, but like, it's stunning. But for like a drag look, it seems quite simple.
I think at first.
Oh, it's this one I'm looking at you right now.
No, don't worry. Like today, I did like literally wake up and I got ready in like an hour.
Okay,
but like for the most part, I think Shania. I was talking to Shania about this like a while ago, but obviously it doesn't look like a lot. But if you watch the steps, it takes a lot, because it is it's transformative. Like,
yeah.
I don't think I look that different, but a lot of people do think I look different.
Yeah.
Which obviously is like, when you're placing contours in the right place to flatten your face. I think a lot of,
proper transformation,
not to be shady to people, but I think a lot of people just slap it on and just hope for the best without actually analysing or like having a vision of what they want to do to their face.
It goes
Whereas
on
I think if you
than,
start and you're like, right, I know where I want to change, because my favourite part about makeup is like, I think it's come from after doing some like soul search, and it comes from a lot of like facial dysphoria, body dysmorphia, and I think what drew me to drag was the whole like you can change your body and face. So when I do makeup, I'm like, I know I want the cheekbone here. Yes. I use a lot of tapes to like change like things up, because I want to see the difference.
Sorry. Because I feel like that, because people don't really think about that side of things. It's just like they plonk it on. So you just mentioned tapes. So like sometimes when you're thinking of a face, like, where like fashion people will draw their dress. Do you sometimes plan that? No,
I'm really bad for it actually, and I think this is why I take ages, because I do the eye and I don't actually know what I'm doing until it finishes.
Trust the process.
I think like I'll go and like I'll have like waves of doing a certain eye, and then I'll change it up. Like I do like a drag crease, but I don't think I'm in that era right now.
Yeah.
But now that I've thought about it, I think next time I'll do it, I will inherently copy like one of the looks I've done before. But most of the time, I don't remember how I've done something.
You just done it.
Like I look at pictures of myself and I couldn't tell you how I did that. Like I don't know what products I used. I don't know what colour it is. I don't know what I did to do it.
It just happened.
Well, to be fair, most of the time when I was doing my face, I was like off my face, so I don't really have much memory of it. Sobriety, everyone.
Yeah, sobriety. Get on to sobriety. Our good friend Stephen.
If anybody needs to go, I went. It was boss.
Did you?
Great time, yeah.
Oh, good.
Obviously, I've got like my history. Like I'm very open about it and whatever. And it's obviously something you battle with for a while or whatever and stuff. But I think obviously knowing Stay makes it comfortable to go to.
Yes.
And I've been to AA meetings. I've tried to go to the ones that are queer only, just because it's like a daunting space anyway.
Yeah,
and I've always said the thing that's like put me off going back to them is because of the feeling of them, because it's a bit depressing. Like you're starting a circle. It's like, why have you been depressed this week? Like, and you're going around, it feels a bit culty. Whereas
it's all trauma dumping.
Exactly. Whereas this experience was a lot more positive, and there are a lot more opportunities for tools that you can utilise. And obviously, it's also not consensual. That's not the word I was thinking of. Discreet. DL. Like, obviously you go in and you know you're in a safe place and it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not getting out. So hop onto Steep Ice if you need it.
And
Or even if you don't need it, they've got biscuits. Amazing array of biscuits. Amazing array.
You know what? He's done really well. You know what? It's nice to hear like that. You know that you are looking at that as well, because obviously I've been in some spaces when you're like taking the piss about stuff like that, and I think that was your way of like dealing.
Well, yeah, I think like
Humour,
I'm
dark humour.
I was very obviously in a kettle half the time when I was out. So like it's not. It wasn't really discreet. Like everybody knew, and then I don't see the point in lying about it
Because everyone sees it.
So, what do you know what I mean? Like everybody knew. I just think it's being open about things you do. I think not to make it like depressing and stuff, obviously just because we're on the topic. I think one of the reasons that I stopped working in drag that much is because it was affecting it.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know, word talks. I think some places didn't want to book me out of love, as like a kind of...
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Like it does.
I've had experiences where I know people have gone back and they've been like, don't book her.
Because you'll get
but it's not made out of like it's more of like from a love place.
Which is interesting how then you've kind of taken...
Kind of like a tough love thing.
Yeah. It's like, we're not going to book you because you're going to get into a really shit fucking place because you're in the club space.
Well, not even that, like, because I would go and get like off, and I was very, maybe it's happened a few times, but like for the most part, I was very, if I got fucked after, that's on me, I'm out.
Yeah.
But I try, and for the most part, I didn't do it on stage. Because I don't want to be known as a messy performer. But yeah, so I think that affected it. So I'm still going through that phase now of trying to redeem the image a little bit and trying to like prove to people, because I've spoken to people before who have been sober for years. I think it's one of those like taints.
Taints is the word.
It's like kind of like a tainted thing that you can't really get rid of. Especially like unless you have like, I don't know, like with how much you travel. If it's in one city and they don't really see what. I'm not one like, obviously like I'm speaking about it now, but I've never really posted about it on my Instagram. It's not something I think about either.
They don't really need to be fair.
Well, exactly, but I think it would take me posting on my Instagram to
deal with it,
to show people. But then I also don't want to, you know, addiction's like a battle that you flip in and out of. Even if you stay sober, you're still battling with the cravings every day.
Yeah, of course.
So I would never want to go onto my Instagram and preach something or give this truth and then fall back on myself because I have like a following. I wouldn't want someone to relate to that.
Yes.
And look up to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Like, yeah, you want to have a positive, because you have got a platform. You have got a great platform that you've built yourself. So you want to make sure that you're showcasing a positive viewpoint.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and if anybody ever asked about it, I've made jokes about it plenty of times.
Yeah. So if anyone asks, you'll talk to them.
Yeah. It was just, I want to be in a place where like I've got a good few months.
Yeah.
Before I have to, and that's if I have to open up about it. Like if I don't have to,
At the end of the day, you don't need to. You own that to nobody except yourself.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's entirely up to you. But on what you were just saying there, just to like change tack a little bit. You mentioned it about obviously you don't want to affect your performance side of things. You as a performer as well. I feel like I'm just complimenting you. I'm honestly not just blowing smoke up our ass, honest to God. You are a sick performer. Again, is that something that you were just naturally good at, or did you
I come from like a musical theatre background, so the stage is like natural to me.
Yeah.
Okay. 7 years in a row, I was doing this thing called the You Speaks competition, which is a debate competition.
Okay. Fucking hell.
And I did win it every year.
Okay, I've been in some spaces with her when she's like full-on activist, and okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah, so like I have a background in that, and then in school we didn't have like drama lessons, but I was always in the players.
Yeah.
And I would always get like the leads, mostly because nobody else wanted to go for them. So that all made sense. And then I grew up watching Drag Race and lip syncs. Do you know what I mean? So like it's kind of like watching it. And I feel like something, I know a lot of people relate, like I feel possessed with certain songs, unless I have to do a song that I don't like, then I feel possessed. And then obviously I went to do dance training. I was lucky when I was doing go-go gigs working with people who have trained as dancers, and it's being around them, and I'm very observant, very analytical when I watch people perform.
Okay.
So a lot of people think I'm not enjoying a performance. So I'm very notorious for not being allowed to sit at the front of a performance.
Could you like that?
Because I look like I'm like death staring them, but really I'm just like analysing it, especially if I'm enjoying it. Like if I'm not enjoying it, I'll be smiling.
Yes.
But if I am enjoying it, I'm probably watching to pick up tips.
It's interesting because like it makes sense now, because I went to locally in Liverpool there was a drag competition called Pink Pony Club run by Pretentious Dross.
I judged
and
it.
You judged one of the episodes. I think you did call them episodes, to be fair. And you did give some good feedback because you were watching sat in the corner.
Well, it's cut and dry. Like I'm not fucking around. Like I'm not like printing something up. Like, and plus, like, when you're in that position to, like, sometimes nobody wants my opinion, so I won't give it all the time. But if I'm asked for it, like, I'm not going to sit there and like, I'll tell you. Like, you've asked my opinion. Like, I'll just tell you what I didn't like or what I did like. Yeah. And I'll tell you how in my opinion, in my standard, I could offer you advice.
Yes.
I like being a judge though.
I bet you do.
I love being an evil judge. It was so fun. And then like I had to come off it, and everyone's like, "Wow, you really went in." And I was like, in my mind, I actually didn't go that hard.
I could have went harder. Is
exactly,
what you're telling
but
me.
I hope that somebody's got that trauma from what I've said.
A trauma,
and learns from it.
All right, Simon Cowell.
And learns. Sometimes you need to. I like my best lessons were trauma.
Fair.
You never forget trauma.
To be fair, I have a many conversation with an entertainer who said like, yeah, a lot of my material comes from my childhood traumas.
Exactly. No, I think it does. Like when I do like something on the mic, whether it's hosting, the best thing you can joke about is what you've been through.
I suppose, yeah.
And if you can joke about stuff like that, whether it's, I don't know, whether you were like,
yeah, don't go too dark.
I'm not like, like maybe like, I don't know, not beat by your mom. I don't know, like some sort of dark trauma like that. If you can like invite an audience in with that humor and let them know that it's okay to laugh. And then it's kind of like an open door to then like read everyone else as well.
Yeah, and I suppose like, and in some shape or form, there might be some form of relatability within some of the audience. And they're like, oh, okay.
Exactly, like, oh, you were beat by your dad too. I was never beat by my dad, by the way. But like, do you know what I mean? It's like, well, like we're bonding, like we have that trauma. Listen, I don't know. I could not imagine there being like cross-dressers who don't have trauma. Like there is clearly something wrong with us mentally to be doing this.
I mean, I wouldn't have gone
like,
that far with those
everyone's
words,
either got like dark trauma or is like neurodivergent.
I mean, that's the community in a whole, let's be honest.
Yeah, like suddenly everybody got ADHD.
Yeah.
But I want to see the certificates. Like I don't want you like turning around to the king and be like, my ADHD is popping up and you don't have the certificate to back it up.
That's me.
Get the certificate. Listen,
there's a waiting list.
Listen, it ain't that hard. I only signed up to get checked November. I got my certificate last week.
Wow, that's really quick. Really quick. ADHD.
Yeah.
Does it explain a lot?
ADHD, and they're like, we think you should get checked for autism as well. And I was like, okay. Do I get a blue badge? Like, do I get anything from this? Is there like money I can get from the government? Like,
there is things you can get. I won't go into it on the podcast.
I think it gives clarity that like, I think everyone knows to an extent, whether I joke about it or not, people know. Yeah. And I had definitely had some sort of inkling. But when it's like on paper, you can actually use things connect a little bit.
Yeah, it's like way navigating through.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'd never turn around and be like, use it as an excuse.
No,
because I think I think a lot of people may use it as an excuse for some things, but it definitely gives you some clarity. And then when you realise, like maybe I'm not cleaning my room because I'm having because it's that messy that my brain shut down.
I'm not touching
helps
this.
You with. Yeah, I do it all the time. Like I'm really bad for it. I think that's why I went to it, because it was like certain things when I was like, just struggling. I think it was when I was working in retail when I clocked onto it the most, because one of my ADHD traits that they pointed out
that won't get picked up either.
Was I don't focus on things if it's not something I'm enjoying. And I should have realised it in school because I was good at subjects I was into, but the moment it wasn't, I was like
switched
chatter.
Off.
So when it comes to like, I don't know, like sewing, like I've tried sewing, I just don't, I can't switch on, I just can't focus, and then it's all like a mess. But it just, having that certificate just helps. And like you can go to the doctors and they give you like resources, you know what I mean? Yeah. And like I'm on the road to trying to get like meds for it as well now that they recommended, so hopefully that gives like a bit more clarity.
Yeah.
And if anybody feels like they need the meds, I could sell you
some.
No,
we will not condone that. Thank you, Naya.
Like just hit me up.
You are not a dispensary.
Hit me up. Yeah, you can have like as many as you want.
You mentioned earlier, just because on the performance side of things, because that shows a hyperfixation on creative arts, because you're fucking shit hot at it. You mentioned before the Vogue Ball, right? Which is rebranding as Runway for its 2020th anniversary this year, and you've been involved for a couple of years now, haven't you? I think
my first one was Eurovision.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, 3 years.
It was it must have been Eurovision. It definitely was Eurovision. And then I did the lip sync category. I don't remember how I got involved in it. I don't know who told me to do it.
Was it through
I think I might have just reached out to
Was it through House of
No,
Corrupt?
because my first year I walked solo.
Oh, okay.
So I walked myself first year.
Oh, yeah, because Debbie and Katona did Corrupt.
Yes, I walked myself first year. I think because I reached out to Darren. I reached out to Darren directly. I was like, I want to do it.
Yeah.
And I didn't think because I knew a lot of people that wanted to do it, but I think maybe thought they couldn't unless they were reached out to. And I was like, well, I'm just going to make the move. And if they want me, they want me. If they don't, they don't. And then I won the first category I ever did. And then the next year, which was the conspiracy ball.
Yes.
I obviously was on the poster for that as well.
Yes, you were.
So that was my second year. Did I win the conspiracy ball?
I
don't think I did.
No, I don't think you did. I think it was between you were in the lip sync.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did the lip sync battle, but you didn't win it.
No, but then I came back and won the next year.
Yeah, you did.
And the year after as well. I think I've won 2 years. I won last year.
You did win last year.
Me and Melina won our walk, and then obviously the lip sync, and then I won the Eurovision. Yeah, maybe 2. I don't know. There's just so many. I feel like it's getting to a point now. I don't actually think I can do it.
I think it's got to. But I was going to bring that too, because obviously it's just a small part of your stories. Though it's around those, like, there's a theme, and it's like, ooh, there's something I can, like, ooh, let's try and make something. So like your creative process when it comes to like performance, does that kind of help?
I think with lip sync specifically, especially ballads, that's my go-to tea.
Yes.
I need to have some sort of connection with the song, so I can zone out. Not zone out, but like zone in.
Yeah.
With like a narrative. And I think that shows when I'm on there. To be fair, I think I asked Darren one of these. I was like, "Can I just do like a full song?" Because obviously you have to chop it down to like a minute and a half, isn't it? And I'm like, "This isn't long enough. Like I need more time." Like I want to do like the demos or something. But yeah, I owe a lot to Darren because I think from that's how I got Sephora. Working with L1 as well.
Yep.
So Darren has done a lot for me.
I'm like
honorary Suarez. I think at first, not that people like annoyed by it, but I was a bit like a house hopper because I was just excited to do it. And I'm like friends with everyone as well. So
Yes,
like walked on my own the first year. I guess technically was still with Darren the second year for doing the poster. And then was meant to walk on my own, said I wasn't going to do it. Then it got to the day. And Luke asked me to do it. I was like, yeah, I'll do it.
Got to the day.
And then
House of Thorn became House of Corrupt.
And then did my own the next year as well. So but I think me and Darren are on the page of I'm honorary Suarez.
Honorary Suarez. Oh, once you're part of the family, you're always part of the family.
Exactly. And I think Darren's always said with the thing, he's like, even though there's different houses, we're all under the same family. Even though we're in competition, everyone's still family.
And that's what that event is meant to be. And I suppose for Liverpool itself, it's like it's one of the big queer events.
Exactly. It's like the one that you can go to and it's going to be like popping in. I think when I moved here, my friendship group were all like the people that used to party in G-Bar and Garlands and whatever, and I was very, I don't relate to people my own age at all, never did. And when I go to Vogue Ball, it's all those, it's like Libby Kinney, and you've got all these, like, you've got Lady C, not Lady C, I'm not Lady Colin Campbell. You've got all these people that I know anyway, and it's good old, it feels like good old. I obviously wasn't there for the prime days, but it's nicer.
Yeah, it is, and it's interesting.
I feel like you can go to a club now and it's like, I walked in Friday, just gone, and I was like, I don't know any of you.
Yeah. It's like, I don't want to make that connection, but, when we did the vigil for Viv after she passed, that night was so surreal. Yeah. Because it was like going back to 2010s, like when Viv was working the doors on the bars, like literally and Tiara decided to kick Carmen out the DJ box and decided to DJ that night. I remember. Like,
it's mad because when I moved here, I think it was towards the end of that era, let's call it, because Tiara was still DJing. But like my group was like Naomi, Tyler.
Yes.
A few people that used to work in OMG because I worked in OMG when I first moved here. So like Kalade.
Yes.
Katona was working behind the bar and whatever. So that was my hero. And I remember going out and I could go out alone, but I knew I was going to see everyone. And then obviously Naomi moved and then people stopped going out and you don't really see those people anymore. So I go out now and I'm like, I don't know any of you. Yeah. There's a lot of lesbians. I didn't realise there was this many lesbians.
Really? Because I've been saying where the hell they are. Because
No. Every time I go out, I see lesbians.
Okay.
I clock them.
Okay.
I know a slip back bun when I see one. I know a slip back bun.
They all seem to go to the events, the Sapphic Socials or the Lavender Nights, which are the specific
is it
events.
Not Diva Dungeon?
There is something
that
like
they used to do in Navy.
Yeah, there is something like that. I don't know what it's called, but
I guess the only place it is like that is Youtha. Youth is one of the only nights that I go to now and like
it's a big mixed bag. Yeah, it's a big mixed bag.
And I don't like the fact I have to pay to go in because I'm not used to that.
Yeah,
and,
it's a 1 monthly night.
Showing my ideas, but I like it, and I feel like I obviously didn't live in the 80s, but like every time I go in, I feel like I've been teleported back.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
absolutely.
mean? It's so weird. If you haven't gone, go.
I'm trying to get Ian on, so we
exactly.
will get that
And
sorted.
if you are youth are watching this, put me on the guest list. Give me like a guest list table and I'll promo for it.
Oh, okay. She's hustling.
Hustling.
Via video.
Hustling.
So just to close off, because if you can believe it, we've been chatting for 35 minutes, which is mate. So you've got a bit of the background. So just as we close off, like if for people who wanted to get into that creative world, because I think there is a massive fear right now about how we get into it, how to maintain it, because of, as you said, nighttime economy's fallen, AI is going crazy. But you know what? It's a big thing for us as an outlet. So, like, what would you say to people who like, you know, I think I want to get into the creative space, but I don't know what to do?
What was it the Tory said? Retrain?
Oh, yeah.
Retrain, regroup.
Something like about IT or something,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
it's like that she was a ballerina and now she works in IT. Yeah. No, I'd say just don't give up. I'd say full T reality, you probably ain't going to be making that much money from it at first. And you've got to put in the graft and don't expect to see a loss before you see results. Like I'm 5 years in and for the most part I'm still seeing losses. It was very good like a while ago, but then obviously it's just getting worse and worse as the economy is crashing. Yeah. So I think also know why you're doing it, because if you're kind of just doing it to make a living, you're losing the love out of it and that will reflect. So never forget, if you need to take breaks to remind yourself why you love it, take them. Because if you've got into it because you love it, you don't want to stop loving it, because once you stop loving it, it's going to stick.
Yes.
It's going to stick for a while.
They were really wise words. I like that.
Yeah,
because
I've done it, and you've probably been in it before,
it.
where like you're grinding yourself so much that what you loved has turned into a job.
It becomes a chore.
It becomes a
you
job, and
for it,
you're stressing over it, and then you're getting depressed because it's not paying off.
Yeah,
and then you're questioning yourself because it's like, what is it that I'm doing?
What am I doing wrong? Why is it not doing well?
Sometimes like it is you, but for the most part, like
what are you trying to say?
For the, not you specifically, but like for the most part, like yeah, it probably is you. But I think, especially in the UK,
yeah.
Anything self-employment. I'd also recommend getting a side job.
Yeah,
especially if you're going in, drag specifically, I'll always say this to people. Don't go in straight away and, like I was lucky I had a student loan, and then by the time I'd finished, I was working full-time, but I'd recommend having a side job so your rent's paid, and then at least anything that you do make can be put back into it to make yourself better.
Yes. Oh, I like that.
And also you can cheat the taxman that way. Everything goes on the expenses. Everything goes on the expenses.
And on that note, Naya Thorn, where can people find you?
You can find me probably in my bed rotting away, on Instagram at Naya Thorn, TikTok at Naya Thorn.
I feel like they're the main
prison.
ones these days. Prison. Eventually.
Prison probably. So I'll have to mention the taxes probably. Like,
you wake up in the
I know,
cells.
we might have to censor that.
No, but thank you so much for joining me. I
thank
really
you for having me.
Thank you for this backdrop.
No, you're welcome. I thought I should change it up because everyone seems to be in the OMG or the boudoir.
Yeah,
like,
all
everyone
green.
seems to be like, every time I watch these, it's like OMG. It's like, welcome back to
It's
OMG.
easy.
I'm like, I swear half these people don't even work in OMG. Like,
yeah. But yeah, no, thank you again. I appreciate it. It's taken a long time to get it, but we got it.
We got
that
it
was
in
a
the
really
end.
interesting conversation. Like, that got deep. It got deep.
I'm here to give the spice of life. Welcome to how my brain works.
ADHD.
Welcome. It's a little bit spicy.
Don't forget to support the conversation by joining the Front Row, which is our membership scheme for less than £3.
Is that like
a month.
Patreon?
Yeah, but it's like inbuilt to my hosting platform, and because it's
Ding dong.
because it's in dollars.
Do I get a
it's
cut of that?
conversion. You can fuck off.
Okay.
It's a conversion rate, so like it changes. It fluctuated between £2.40 and £2.90 in the space of 3 months. It's ridiculous. But yeah, support the podcast, and we'll catch you next time. Thank you again.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you for listening to Proudly Said. If you enjoyed this episode and want to hear more, check out the rest of our episodes where you listen to your podcasts. If you want to support the podcast and keep this conversation going, consider joining The Front Row, our exclusive membership program for less than £3 a month, where you get exclusive access and so much more. Check out our website for more information, proudlysaid.co.uk.